Ready for a space thriller that mixes high-stakes politics, terrifying alien technology, and human drama across the solar system, Caliban's War expands the universe of Leviathan Wakes, introducing unforgettable characters and a story that is as fast-paced as it is deeply human. The 624-page Caliban's War is the second entry in the Expanse universe. Published in the year 2012, it followed hot on the heels of Leviathan Wakes and was quickly succeeded by Abaddon's Gate in 2013, with 6 additional novels and a collection of short stories further expanding the universe. This pace demonstrates how prolific James S. A. Corey, the pen name of Ty Frank and Daniel Abraham, was during this period. The fact that The Expanse was created by 2 authors rather than a single one may partially explain the rapid release of novels, particularly at the start of the series. Nevertheless, such a collaboration requires close coordination, mutual cooperation, and a shared artistic vision, which is not necessarily a given. As one might expect, Caliban's War picks up shortly after the events of Leviathan Wakes. While the story remains solidly within the hard science fiction genre, it loosens some of its scientific rigor and technological plausibility, largely due to developments at the end of the previous book, without delving into spoilers at this stage. The scale of the universe is expanded further, encompassing Earth, the moons of Jupiter, and other key locations, while providing a more detailed view of the factions that dominate the solar system. In terms of originality, the novel earns a middle-of-the-road rating. The setting itself is compelling, but readers should not expect the bursts of groundbreaking innovation seen in series such as The Culture or Revelation Space. Nevertheless, this does not diminish the quality of the present work. The novel introduces new characters alongside returning favorites, most notably the crew of the Rocinante. Bobby Draper and Christian Avasarala, in particular, emerge as some of the strongest characters in the series. These new additions allow readers to gain insight into Earth's United Nations government and Martian society in ways that were not possible when the narrative focused solely on the Rocinante crew. In terms of critical reception, Caliban's War was nominated for the Locus Award for Best Science Fiction in 2013 and the Goodreads Choice Award for Science Fiction in 2012, although it should be noted that Caliban's War did not win either. It maintains a highly respectable rating of 4.4 out of 5 stars based on thousands of reviews across various platforms though. Unsurprisingly, the story forms a core part of the television adaptation of The Expanse, with the second season roughly covering most of its plot points, albeit with some variations. The following section contains spoilers for Leviathan Wakes and even minor spoilers for Caliban's War. Skip this section if you prefer to avoid these spoilers. They are clearly marked with the red banners. Since the events of Leviathan Wakes, the protomolecule has been assembling a vast structure on the surface of Venus. Various governments monitor the planet, but its purpose remains unknown. Protogen, the company responsible for releasing the protomolecule on Eros, has been dissolved, though Jules Pierre Mao, a space transport tycoon with strong ties to Protogen, remains free. Earth and Mars are engaged in a tense ceasefire following Protogen's actions, jointly controlling Jupiter's moon Ganymede, an essential agricultural hub for the belt. Meanwhile, the OPA is taking steps toward legitimacy as a governing body in the solar system. The plot of Caliban's War is set in motion by a violent incident between Martian and UN forces on Ganymede. Tensions threaten to escalate into a system-wide war unless careful diplomacy prevails. At the same time, James Holden and the crew of the Rocinante agree to help a scientist locate his missing daughter on Ganymede, a mission that is more politically significant than it initially appears. Beyond its plot, Caliban's War excels in deepening the thematic complexity and the interpersonal dynamics of the Expanse universe. By expanding the perspective beyond the Rocinante crew, the novel explores the intricate power plays and fragile alliances between Earth, Mars, and the Belt. The introduction of Christian Avasarala allows readers to witness the subtleties of diplomacy, manipulation, and bureaucratic cunning at the highest level of the UN government, while Bobby Draper provides a perspective from the Martian military, humanizing a faction that might otherwise feel distant or abstract. One particularly compelling highlight is how Bobby Draper experiences forms of agoraphobia when first time on Earth. Her discomfort is tied to her realization that Mars could never realistically conquer or defeat Earth in a ground war. Factors such as Earth's vastly larger population and higher gravity, which hinders Martian-trained soldiers accustomed to lower gravity, make such a conquest virtually impossible. While Mars excels in space operations, a terrestrial victory was never feasible. During her time on Earth, Bobby also engages in friendly conversation with UN Marines. These interactions further free her from the deeply ingrained belief that UN Marines are the Martian Marines' greatest foes. Through these experiences, Bobby begins to question assumptions instilled in her during her time in the Martian military. This represents significant character growth as she confronts her indoctrination and develops a more nuanced understanding of the broader political and military realities of the solar system. The human element is further reinforced through Prax's search for his missing daughter. This storyline grounds the otherwise large-scale, almost cosmic narrative in relatable emotion, showing that behind interplanetary conflicts and alien mysteries, ordinary people suffer and struggle. The balance between political machinations, military tension, and intimate human struggle gives Caliban's War a well-rounded narrative texture. Additionally, the novel's pacing and structure demonstrate mastery of suspense and tension. The noir-style detective story of Leviathan Wakes is replaced with action sequences that are tightly choreographed with a tangible sense of danger that complements the scientific and technological aspects of the story. Even when the narrative delves into speculative or alien phenomena, the stakes remain personal and immediate, preventing the plot from feeling distant. The blend of military science fiction, political intrigue, and hard science fiction horror elements ensures that the story maintains variety while remaining cohesive as well. The world building also receives significant enrichment in this installment, from the tense agricultural hub of Ganymede to the political halls of the UN and Martian military installations. Corey adds layers of complexity to the solar system. The factions feel alive, their motivations understandable, yet never simplified. This meticulous attention to social, political, and technological detail strengthens the foundation for future installments, allowing the Expanse universe to continue expanding organically. Overall, Caliban's War is a strong addition to the Expanse. While it does not treat entirely new ground, it convincingly enriches the universe, adding depth to its factions and introducing some of the series' most compelling characters. The exploration of solar system-wide political complexities combined with the personal growth of characters such as Martian Marine Bobby Draper ensures that the narrative remains engaging on both a macro and micro level. Coupled with a fast-paced, action-packed story that maintains a human touch, it is an excellent follow-up to Leviathan Wakes. For readers who enjoyed the first installment, Caliban's War is an easy and highly recommended choice. If you liked this video, you may also enjoy the other reviews and content on my channel. Feel free to leave a comment if you want to discuss the novels or if you want to suggest other books that I should review in the future. Please consider upvoting and subscribing, it is much appreciated. Thank you for watching and until next time.